All right, so Colorado's best attorney Phil Harding is here with us in studio this morning. Thanks for joining us with this segment, Phil. You and I were just talking about this because I had no idea this existed, and you're giving us some inside information on this issue.
Yeah, it's unless you've been practicing forever. I used to teach attorneys how to handle cases like this, and they had no idea about it. We're going to talk about Colorado laws and what happens with those Colorado laws that is going to give you more money. And let's say you're in a car accident or you're hurt on the property of another. First of all, the other side's going to call you up and they're going to say, we've accepted liability, right? You hear that all the time. And if they say that, they say, send me your medical bills because we want to pay for them. They're lying. The other side writes one check and only one check at the very end. So I want you, first of all, not to send them medical bills. And the reason why they want to see those medical bills is they want to see those reductions, that Medicaid, Medicare, or health insurance does. Let's look at this, and because it's called an EOB, explanation of benefit, I think we have one that we can put up here on the screen. And if we do, all right, so EOB stands for an explanation of benefits. If you've ever been to the doctor or hospital, you've seen one of these things. And so it starts off and it's like, here's the billed amount, right? The hospital sends this bill to your health insurance, Medicaid, Medicare, and then your health insurance comes back and says, no, normal and customary, we reduce it by $20,000. The amount that's covered by the plan is $8,500. The deductible, here it is, the balance and how much we pay. So if you send this to the other side exactly like this, the other side's insurance company is going to look at it and they're going to say, great, we're going to pay you, the $8,500. That's how much was really reduced. They don't get to, and here's the reason why. Your insurance, Medicaid or Medicare, came about because you paid for the premiums or you signed up for it, not the bad guy that ran into you, right?
Well, that's what you were explaining to me, and
yes.
that's what's made sense to me. Like, you're paying into your plan, not them.
Right. It's called the collateral source doctrine, and it says if a collateral source reduces, like here, $20,000, if they reduce it, the other side doesn't get to see it. So really, you cover up all of this, and in this one bill alone, you would collect $29,000. So don't send your medical bills to the other side.
That's a huge difference.
$20,000.
I mean, that's a big difference. So what else?
Okay. Well, the other thing that happens is you automatically have on your car something that's called medical payments, right? It's kind of like health insurance. We talked about that just a bit. And so health insurance on your car, this MedPay, you automatically have. So even if you go to your insurance adjuster and you say, hey, look, I want the cheapest insurance in the universe, they have to put on MedPay unless you sign a waiver. And it's usually only $5,000. Now, here's the problem. You give this information, this MedPay, to, let's say, the hospital or a treating provider, it should go to you. It should pay for your deductibles and out-of-pockets. Let's go back to that EOB, and let's talk about it. Let's say, for example, right, if everyone remembers it, you give the hospital, I've got MedPay. All of a sudden, the MedPay pays for $5,000 of this $29,000. Now you're down to $24,000, and it goes through your health insurance, and you've got to pay your own deductible over here, which is, let's see what it is. It's right over here. It's like $600, your deductible, right? No, here it is, $978. So if you sent this bill to your health insurance, they pay for it, then you send it to MedPay. MedPay will say, oh, you've sent me this, you've paid more than $5,000, now your own car insurance is going to send you the $5,000. It's confusing, isn't it?
It
but
is.
Just know this, protect the MedPay on your car insurance. Don't send it to the other side, right? Because they'll use it.
Well, this is the common thread. Last week, this week, they're trying to reel you in early.
Yeah, it is.
You should always contact a lawyer so you know exactly where you can go and how to handle this, Phil.
Yeah,
All
exactly.
right, so this was another very informative segment. To reach Phil Harding and Associates directly, you can call them at 303-762-9500. You can get a free consultation anytime. You can find Phil online at hlaw.com. Thanks again, Phil, for sponsoring this segment. Appreciate
You're welcome.